Keyshawn Davis is talking like a king, but has he really earned the throne? Fresh off his win over Dennis Baranchyk, the WBO lightweight champion is already acting as if he runs the 135-pound division, calling out Roach as if Roach needs him. But here's the truth: Roach just went toe-to-toe with one of the most feared punchers in boxing, Gervonta "Tank" Davis, and walked away with a majority draw. That performance instantly made him a hot commodity, while Keyshawn is still trying to prove he belongs among the elites. So why is Keyshawn so eager to fight Roach? Is it about proving himself, or does he see an opportunity to capitalize on Roach's newfound fame? Either way, Roach has bigger plans, and a rematch with Tank Davis is at the top of his list. If Keyshawn thinks Roach is going to step down and fight him for a smaller payday, he might need a reality check. The arrogance surrounding Keyshawn's rise has rubbed many fans the wrong way. He's acting like an established star when, in reality, he's still untested against the division's true killers. Fighters like Tank Davis, Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson have put in years of work, proving themselves in high-stakes battles, while Keyshawn is out here talking like he's already one of them. The way he's calling for a fight with Roach almost feels like a desperate attempt to insert himself into the conversation of top lightweights, but boxing isn't about talk, it's about action. If Roach refuses the fight and goes after Tank instead, Keyshawn will be left scrambling to find another opponent that proves he's more than just hype. Will he rise to the challenge, or will he keep riding the wave of manufactured confidence until reality finally catches up with him? WBO lightweight champion Keyshawn Davis believes Roach has earned the right to fight him and other top contenders in the 135-pound division after his strong showing against WBA champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis on March 1. St. Roach put up an impressive performance, going the full 12 rounds and securing a majority draw, which many see as a testament to his skill and determination. Despite this, Keyshawn has been speaking as if he is already an established force in the division, even though he only won his WBO belt last month against Dennis Baranchyk, who was widely considered the weakest link among the lightweight champions. Roach, on the other hand, has held a world title for a longer period and arguably has a stronger case for making bold claims, yet it's Keyshawn who is acting like the division's top fighter. Some fans see this as overconfidence, while others believe it's just part of the promotional game in boxing. Roach's status in the division has skyrocketed after his fight with Tank, transforming him from a lesser-known fighter into a highly sought-after opponent. His ability to hold his own against one of the most feared punchers in boxing has gained him significant respect. Many believe he exposed some vulnerabilities in Tank Davis, proving that he is more than capable of competing at the highest level. As a result, Roach now has more attractive options for his next fight, with the most appealing being a rematch against Tank. A second fight between them would generate significant attention and, more importantly, a much bigger paycheck than a bout against Keyshawn Davis. Given the financial stakes involved, Roach is understandably more interested in securing a rematch with Tank rather than accepting a fight with Keyshawn, which would be a step down both in terms of recognition and financial reward. Despite this, Keyshawn has made it clear that he wants to face Roach next. In an interview with Sean Porter's YouTube channel, he expressed respect for Roach's hard work and acknowledged that he deserves an opportunity to fight against top-level competition. Keyshawn said that Roach had fought his way into contention and had earned his place among the best in the division. However, many within the boxing community are questioning why Keyshawn is acting like he is already a dominant champion when his resume does not reflect that status. He has yet to face the kind of elite-level opposition that would justify such confidence, and some fans believe his promotional company, Top Rank, is playing a major role in building him up as a bigger star than he currently is. There is a growing sentiment that Keyshawn is being pushed as the next big thing, despite not having fought the type of dangerous opponents that would prove he truly belongs among the best at 135 pounds. Keyshawn's pre-fight antics leading up to his bout against Dennis Baranchyk also raised concerns about his attitude. During the final press conference, he went on a heated rant, accusing Baranchyk of being a racist and claiming that someone had sent a box of bananas to his room. This unexpected outburst created a controversy that overshadowed the actual fight. Many fans and analysts felt that the situation was blown out of proportion and that Keyshawn was using it as a promotional tactic to generate more interest in the bout. The accusations were never backed by any real evidence, leading to widespread criticism of Keyshawn's approach. Some believe that Baranchyk was unfairly labeled a racist without any proof, which hurt his reputation for no apparent reason. The entire ordeal left a bad taste in the mouths of many boxing fans, who felt that the situation was handled poorly and may have been manufactured to create additional drama around the fight. With all the controversy surrounding Keyshawn, Roach may not even see the point in accepting a fight with him. While Keyshawn is eager to prove himself, Roach has bigger goals in mind and is looking for fights that will elevate his career, both financially and in terms of legacy. A rematch with Tank Davis would be far more beneficial for him than a fight against Keyshawn, who is still trying to build his name in the division. Unless Keyshawn secures more notable wins against tougher opponents, he may have to wait for his shot at bigger fights. For now, Roach appears to be focused on chasing the most lucrative opportunities available, leaving Keyshawn to continue proving himself before he can truly claim to be one of the top names in the lightweight division. Keyshawn's confidence may be admirable, but it has also rubbed many boxing fans and analysts the wrong way. While self-belief is essential for any fighter, there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance, and some feel that Keyshawn is crossing it. His attitude suggests that he already sees himself as one of the elite names in the lightweight division, despite having yet to face a truly dangerous opponent. Many fans argue that his victory over Denis Baranchyk, while impressive, does not justify the way he carries himself. Baranchyk was seen as one of the weaker champions in the division, and Keyshawn still hasn't shared the ring with the likes of Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, or even a top contender like Frank Martin. Until he does, some believe his bold talk is premature. At the same time, boxing is just as much about marketing as it is about skill, and Keyshawn understands that. Fighters who make the most noise and demand attention often get the biggest fights, regardless of their actual achievements. By calling out Roach, he is keeping himself relevant and ensuring that his name stays in the conversation. Whether Roach takes the fight or not, Keyshawn's ability to generate headlines works in his favor. In today's boxing landscape, being a great fighter is not always enough, you also have to sell yourself as a star. Keyshawn is taking a page out of the book of fighters like Floyd Mayweather and Ryan Garcia, who built their brands as much through their words as their performances in the ring. However, the difference is that those fighters backed up their talk with major victories. Keyshawn still has to prove he can do the same. Meanwhile, Lamont Roach remains in a position of power after his strong performance against Tank Davis. While he may not have secured a win, going 12 rounds with one of the most feared knockout artists in boxing earned him respect and more opportunities. Many believe that Tank, despite his reputation for finishing fights early, struggled to dominate Roach the way he has other opponents. That performance alone has made Roach a more attractive opponent for future fights, as fans now see him as a legitimate threat rather than just another challenger. Roach understands his worth, which is why he is in no rush to take a fight with Keyshawn, especially when bigger paydays are on the table. His focus remains on securing a rematch with Tank, which would bring more money, attention, and possibly a chance to win the WBA title outright. The contrast between Roach and Keyshawn's approaches to their careers is stark. Roach, having put in the work over the years, is now reaping the rewards of his perseverance. He has never been one to engage in unnecessary trash talk or self-promotion, but instead lets his performances speak for themselves. Keyshawn, on the other hand, is still in the early stages of his career and is taking a more vocal approach, demanding fights and portraying himself as a top name before fully proving it. While this strategy may work in securing fights, it could also backfire if he fails to deliver when facing tougher opposition. If Keyshawn truly wants to be recognized as one of the top lightweights, he will need to step up his competition and start defeating fighters who are considered legitimate threats. As the lightweight division continues to evolve, the question remains, will Keyshawn Davis rise to the occasion and prove he belongs among the best, or is he setting himself up for a reality check? If Roach turns down the fight in favor of a rematch with Tank, Keyshawn will have to look elsewhere to build his resume. While his confidence and bold talk keep him in the headlines, boxing ultimately comes down to what happens in the ring. Until he faces and defeats top-level opponents, many will continue to see him as more hype than substance. For now, all eyes are on Roach's next move, as it will determine whether Keyshawn gets the fight he's calling for or if he'll have to find another path to prove himself.